if you keep watching my videos, if you keep working through the SAT question bank, you're going to keep seeing percentage questions that read a lot like this. But this one here, even though we have a W and a Z, we can't arithmetize, we can't make up our own values, because look at how this thing ends. What is the value of W? They're asking for W. There's a specific value of W that we need to find them. So we can't make up our own values like we can in other questions that look exactly like this. We have to be able to work backwards in some way to get the W. So the first sentence doesn't help me because it's missing two things, right? The number W is 110% greater than the number Z. We could make a formula out of that, right? That's clearly an open formula kind of situation, right? We have 110% greater than. So that's going to be 1 plus P is, here, I'll just write the whole formula first. Let's not confuse you. Let's go slow, right? So I'm using that formula, 1 plus or minus, but it's 1 plus because this is greater than, and then my percentage is 110. So don't think about it. 1.10 is your value of P. Don't think, okay, yeah, but the 1 that's already in the formula is accounting for that, so it's just 1.1, it's not 2.1. Don't think about it, just put it in. Now, the hardest thing here is knowing which number is the original and which one is the new, but remember we have some clue words that can help us. The word than points us to the original value. That's kind of like the word of also points us to the original value for a more basic percentage. So Z is my original. And then is points me to my new value, right? So W. But here, yes, we are in a little bit of a jam because we have an equation with two unknowns. You can't solve that. It's literally a dead end. So we have to find one of these values. We know we're not going to find the W, so we must find the Z. And if we just read the next sentence, it's kind of like right there, right? The number Z is 55% less than 50. So let's just do that, right? So that's another open formula like this one. Here, though, less than 50 tells me 50 is my original, and 1 minus because it's less than, and then 55% is 0.55, and that's going to be the Z. So 50 times 0.45, I don't know what that is, but the calculator knows. So 50 times 0.45 is 22.5, 22.5. That's now my Z. So that can come in here. So 22.5 times 2.10, and that's going to be my W. So that is 47.25, right? So that's W. They don't say anything to round, so don't round this, right? 47.25 is your answer. It fits. So yeah, there you go. That is the answer. To me, I think I've said this before on other videos about similar questions. This is not hard. This is very robotic. Everything goes exactly where you would expect. If you understand the formulas, you have to get this right. This cannot be a question that you get wrong, but it also cannot be a question that slows you down or bothers you in any way. It is very textbook as a percent question goes. We're still being very careful. We're still making sure we're putting things in the right places in the formulas, using the formulas correctly. I'm thinking that through, but everything else is just kind of, I'm not interpreting anything. Everything just kind of falls into place. That's a good place to be for hard SAT questions, is you just kind of know where everything goes, and then all the work is done on the calculator. So there's really not much actual math that gets done here. It's much more setting up the math. That's the hard part. That's the thing people mess up and sometimes don't even realize it. And that's why people fall for traps and don't realize it on the test.